we're really talking about the appropriateness of the program we put the student in. So we want to sit down with that student in the beginning. We want to assess the skills. We want to make sure it's not too difficult, it's not moving too fast at first. However, we want to make sure that it's not too slow. Because if someone has any attention deficit tendencies, then boredom and tedium is going to cause disinterest, and then they're not going to attend. Another consideration is the flexibility in teaching modes, so that you're not only teaching by talking to students, but you're allowing them to write, create, manipulate, work, particularly in math. Manipulatives are used a great deal, but we also may want to work with manipulatives to put a sentence together, put out two sentences, and see if they can manipulate those and put some sort of transition to put them together. So when they actually are working with it in that way, they're integrating that concept far more effectively than if I'm looking at a book and reading someone's sentence or listening to the instructor. And again, when we're doing this, we also want to make sure that it's explicit step-by-step modeling. So when a student is asked to do something new, or say model a particular kind of grammatical pattern, that we've already modeled one, the student has already created one, and now can create others from those. Using visuals when you're teaching as guides where they can do partial note-taking is very, very effective. And I encourage that in any way that can be, integrated into the classroom. The other piece is a strategy model, so that students, when they go home, if we want them to learn to be independent learners and work on their own, we want them, number one, to have a strategy, practice it, know how to use it, and modify if necessary. So when they start with no one there to assist them, they know exactly how to get started. The last piece when we're talking about particularly dyslexia is possibly the introduction of assistive technology, either something like Kurzweil voice-activated reading, or even now we have what's called Dragon, which is speaking into your laptop and having it write what you are saying. These two kinds of aids are, for someone who has severe dyslexia, really make a difference, because those kinds of skills that they're probably never going to really be good enough at can be bypassed, and then they can get to the production of the material.